Thanks for joining us here on RT. A dramatic breakthrough this week in relations between the United States and Russia. Washington announced it's shelving plans for a missile shield in Europe, a move warmly welcomed by Russia and the European Union leaders. RT's Gayane Chichikian reports.
A U-turn on one of the Bush administration's foreign policies. Obama has dumped the plan to deploy a missile defense shield just miles away from Russian border and announced a new plan based on a reassessment of the threat coming from Iran.
Our clear and consistent focus has been the threat posed by Iran's ballistic missile program, and that continues to be our focus and the basis of the program that we're announcing today. In confronting that threat, we welcome Russia's cooperation to bring its missile defense capabilities into a broader defense of our common strategic interests.
For years, Russia has appealed to work together to counter possible missile attacks from rogue states, proposing alternative sites in southern Russia and Azerbaijan. But Washington wouldn't pull back on building a shield in Eastern Europe, which Russia saw as a threat to its security. Moscow feared America's zeal could have started a new arms race. But with Obama's new plan, there is a chance those fears could be laid to rest.
I hope we will work together on effective measures against the risks of missile proliferation, measures which will take into account concerns of all parties and which will ensure equal security to all states in Europe.
In the wake of Obama's announcement, Russia scrapped its plan to deploy an Iskander missile system in the Kaliningrad region near Poland, something Russia had wanted to do in response to a shield in Eastern Europe. Many European leaders agree Obama's decision to quit the old plan will only add to global security.
I strongly support the decision that has been made by President Obama today. I think it shows that there is more trust developing between the nuclear power nations.
I see today's decision as a hopeful signal for overcoming difficulties with Russia when it comes to uniform strategy to combat the threat of Iran together.
Under the new missile defense plan, the U.S. is going to deploy smaller land and sea-based SM-3 interceptors that would defend against short and medium-range missiles.
The intelligence community now assesses that the threat from Iran's short and medium-range ballistic missiles, such as the Shahab-3, is developing more rapidly than previously projected. This poses an increased and more immediate threat to our forces on the European continent, as well as to our allies.
Details on how exactly the plan will work and what role Russia will play there are yet to come up, but most agree it's a big step away from the controversial plans of the Bush administration. Moscow hopes Obama's move could become a window to greater cooperation.
I hope this correct and brave decision will be followed by others, including a complete cancellation of all restrictions on cooperation with Russia, the transfer of high technologies to Russia, and the stepping up of efforts to expand the worldwide trade organization.
Obama's plan could open a new page in U.S.-Russia relations, and it could be that Moscow's persistent appeals to work hand in hand when it comes to global security threats, not against each other, have been finally heard in Washington. Gayane Chichikian, RT.